father, Callas, was a truly exceptional man. We deeply regret his passing.
Monsieur Neville, kalau bisa jangan di-trigger lagi si Navianya. Kemarin udah di episode sebelumnya udah gitu. Ini pasti ke-trigger lagi dia nih, ntar. Loh kan?
Defenders didn't change their plan after several rounds of testing and investigation. The first is Florent, Spina De Rosula's senior advisor. There's someone else like him too. Marcel, the head of Confrérie of Cabrières.
Uncle Marcel.
The final suspect is Thierry, the man responsible for coordinating information between Spina De Rosula and the guards. Although the guards...
Doing detective work means you gotta walk the walk. No, I mean literally. I need to search high and low for evidence.
Halo guys semuanya, kembali lagi nih bersama Detektif Game Channel. Kita lagi berada di markas Spina De Rosula dalam game Genshin Impact-nya ya. Nah, pada cerita kemarin itu detektif sampai diserang oleh para Gardimeks, tapi diselamatkan oleh champion duelis bernama Clorinde. Dan sekarang kita akan lanjutin perjalanannya terlebih dahulu. Misteri apa lagi nih yang akan menunggu kita? Mari kita langsung ke ceritanya.
So, this is your base? It's not quite what Paimon imagined.
Your accommodations have been arranged. Under the present circumstances, I can confidently say...
Well, our funds have been a little tight lately. After all, we don't allow illegal or unethical profiteering. In fact, our funds often come from citizenry who support us.
Seems like it's tough times for everyone. But...
To be honest, our financial...
Your father... He was the
Demoiselle, if you'll allow me to...
No. I'll explain it myself. My father's name is Callas. Yes, the same one they call Callas the Unfaithful in the streets. 3 years ago, he was accused of murdering his own friend. But he chose a duel to defend his honor instead of standing trial. He died in the duelist's ring.
Oh no.
But I do not believe my father was a murderer. At the time, I believed that if he only stood trial and was duly investigated, something amiss would crop up and prove his innocence. But strangely, he not only requested the duel himself, but rumor has it that even after being seriously injured, to the point where he could be deemed as having lost the duel, 3 years later, I still don't understand why he did that. How could he protect his honor if he's dead? If anything, he gave up his chance to defend himself. The closest piece of info I have is that my father had been investigating...
So that's why you're so determined to get to the bottom of that case.
That's right. I've also tried to investigate the murder my father was in. However, I believe that if the murder case is related to those behind the disappearances, they must know something. I must know what really happened. Was my father coerced? Framed? Even if he really... If only he'd been more open with me when he was still alive. He even hid the fact that my mother died due to complications. And now, here I am investigating his death. You really are a handful, aren't you, Papa?
Demoiselle, please. If there are...
I also will never believe that Master Callas murdered anyone. Master Callas did so much good in life, yet even our support has decreased greatly due to that incident, hence our strained finances.
Wait, if Callas was such a good man, wouldn't people at least be
No. Perhaps people just revel in that kind of drama. It's not something exclusive to people from Fontaine. People love watching the evil turn over a new leaf. But they also enjoy watching good people fall into an abyss from one slip-up just as much.
But how could... Never mind.
There is one other thing. Master Callas's opponent.
Oh,
Yeah, that's not the sort of thing that you can just let go and move on from.
Miss Clorand has always placed great emphasis on the honorable nature of the duel. If her opponent doesn't yield, she knew Master Callas beforehand and greatly respected. There was only ever one choice.
apalagi lah sini, ampun. Sinyal baik-baiklah sih, kenapa? Astaga.
It's not that I don't understand her at all.
Don't worry, Navia.
Afterward, Miss Clorand told us that at the start of the duel. Yes, that is our understanding.
Oh, Papa. What? All right. Anyway, that's the information I wanted to share with you. Thanks.
Yeah, I want to eat.
Please, relax and get some sleep. We will ensure you...
Thank you. Ya, kita rest dulu.
Paimon slept so well. Huh? Navia? Where did the other two go?
I sent them back to Poisson. It's Spina De Rosula's place of origin, and where we have our headquarters.
Paimon gets the feeling that you're just trying to get them off your back. But never mind that. Wait,
No, I just returned after going out for a while. I did some investigating yesterday regarding the name Vache.
wait. So you didn't...
How could I after having such critical new evidence appear?
Guess Paimon wasn't speaking for everyone just now, huh?
Unfortunately, this name seems to have been wiped from existence. I suspect that those behind this have already taken steps to hinder an investigation from this angle.
Does that mean we're...
No, there is one ray of hope. One place in Fontaine, and that is the archives kept by Chief Justice Neuvillette. If the Oceanette you met is one of the young women who went missing recently.
So Neuvillette maintains an archive of case file? In that case, let's go talk to him, Shep.
Kenapa?
Aren't you coming along, Navia?
No, it's nothing. Let's go see the Honorable Chief Justice.
Ada apa nih? Kita cek dulu ya. Kita akan ketemu si Neuvillette. Aduh, gak sabar sini guys. Fontaine ini cerita cukup menarik juga, apalagi cocok nih
Calais is right up ahead. Come on.
dengan ciri khasnya detektif banget. Yuk kita langsung cek si Neuvillette ya. Gak mau nge-spoiler dulu, tapi versi 4.1 akan segera tiba.
Wow!
Nah, sebelumnya detektif cek dulu ini kalau nggak kerekam lagi sebel ya. Oke, kerekam. Yuk, langsung.
Please state your business here. The Chief Justice is presently occupied with official
This place does look pretty...
Hey, don't you recognize us?
Huh? Who are you? Just to be clear, I don't care.
See? They've got great discipline, too.
Yep. Paimon can tell.
If you're here just to crack jokes, I can...
No. What I meant to say is... Shonen...
Oh, yes, I remember. I read about it in the Steambird.
We're here today to report and archive some
Is that even a thing?
Of course. Don't worry. We're here on a...
All right then, I'll let you through. The chief...
Thanks so much.
Let's go.
Please come in.
Hihi, sopan banget.
Sorry to barge in, Monsieur Nervalet. We only lied to get in because we didn't know any other way.
It's all right. Please let me know how I may be of assistance to you.
So
We're looking for a man called Vashe. He may have been an eyewitness in the serial disappearances.
Ah, I see. In that case, please wait here a moment while I browse through the files.
Who knew that Nervalet would be so easy to talk to?
Jam.
Unfortunately, I'm quite certain that no one by the name of Vashe has been involved in any case, criminal or civil. There are no records of him either in the files or in my memory.
Traveler, what if it was...
Is that so? All right then. Thank you so much, Monsieur Nervalet. We'll take our leave now.
Mencurigakan sekali nih.
Ahem. Miss Navia, I can understand how you feel. Your father, Callas, was a truly exceptional man. We deeply regret his passing.
Nih Monsieur Nervalet. Kalau bisa jangan di-trigger lagi si Navianya. Kemarin udah di episode sebelumnya udah gitu. Ini pasti ke-trigger lagi dia nih, ntar. Loh kan?
And what are you trying to say, Monsieur Nervalet? Are you trying to console me? Extend your sympathy? Or just express some tendril of regret? No. You are not trying to do any of that. I can hear it in your voice. There's no emotion behind your word. It's just like last time. After my father took his place in the duelist ring, I pushed through the guards to talk to you as a last resort. You even told me then that you thought there was something fishy with the case, yet you still allowed the duel to go ahead. In your eyes, the value of a human life is nothing compared to those cold laws you hold so dear. If you truly regret my father's death, then why didn't you call a stop to the duel?
Wah kan. Jangan gitu dong. Astaga. Sampai nangis loh si Navianya.
Why didn't you give me the power to stop him from throwing his life away? Why did you just let him die? Despised and hated by all. Everything was hanging on a thread at that moment. Just the tiniest effort could have changed everything. There are still so many things I never got to tell him. If you really have no heart, then just look me in the eyes. I, Navia, will show you the true meaning of regret.
I'm sorry, Miss Navia.
You and my father are truly alike. You keep all kinds of things in your heart and never say... It's not so much that you can't feel, but that you would... Oh well. In any case, everyone already knows full well the apathy of the Chief Justice. My apologies for taking my emotions out on you, Monsieur Chief Justice. Let's go, Traveler and Paimon.
Ya, nggak salah juga sih si Navia nyampein gitu. Everyone have a emotion, don't they?
Wow.
Tapi kita akan lihat jalur ceritanya akan seperti apa nanti. Sip.
you?
I'm fine. Rain. It's raining.
You're right. Wasn't it still sunny when we went into the...
Now that I think of it...
What is it? Did you think of something?
Yeah, he was outside. It was uncovered and the rain could fall there. Why? Do you think that thought has occurred to us before? We've even expanded the search area to try to account for that, but didn't find anything of value. Oh? Wait. You don't mean...
So you're saying that the true murderer could have been turned into water? And then, yeah! And if that's what had happened, then no one would have believed...
I really think I found a true genius for a partner. You're completely right. How did I not connect the dots earlier?
Detektif gitu.
Alright, let's go to Poisson.
Yeah, we're gonna make prep...
Do you want to go with me now? Or do you want to head over by yourself later?
Ya, kita ikutlah sama-sama ketika
Great.
ide
Let's go then.
masih fresh. Oh. Oh, di mana nih? Oh, beda lagi ya. Lagunya. Nanti kita akan nemukannya kali ya. Aduh. Oh, ke situ dulu kayaknya. Oke, sebentar. Kita isi dulu. Enter. Malah ke atas dong. Mana ya? Harusnya sih detektif lihat. Ah, tuh dia tuh. Waduh, waduh. Kita harus ke sana dulu tuh. Item number 1 atau treasure number 1 ya. Oke, sebentar ya. Kita cek ke sana dulu, baru nih kita ke misi utamanya.
Tujuh mana sih? Sejauh ini kalau yang paling berkesan memang cerita Fontaine ini ya, dibanding beberapa yang lainnya. Oke, tadi, oke. Oh, awas ya, awas ya. Oke, siap.
Sip. Hydroculus. Mantap. Kita turun. Hop. Let's go.
Whoa! What a huge ship!
There's no need to be so surprised. My father was the one who asked for it to be built like this. A gigantic and glamorous ship embodies discovery, opportunity, ambition, and conquest. It symbolizes Spina De Rosula's bright and limitless future.
And Paimon thought you were bluffing when you said Paimon was confused why a group was... But now that Paimon has seen this ship for herself?
Well, Poisson is where Spina De Rosula...
Mari kita keliling dulu. banget musiknya. Oke.
Apologies for the wait, demoiselle. You said before that you still had some business at the
About that. It's because my partner... You still remember, right, Maloose? On that night, it was raining?
Yes, the case was quite similar to that of Mr. Lyney's. Both were what you'd call impossible murders.
Could you tell us a bit more about what happened before?
Yeah, of course. Many years ago, something called Sinthe began to gain popularity in Poisson. At a glance, it was a kind of drink...
Wait! Didn't that guard guy who turned into water also mention...
Yes, he did. Considering what we know, if you drink Sinthe for an extended amount of time, you'll suffer many side effects. And if you were to stop drinking it completely, you'll experience flashes of paranoia and anxiety, while lacking energy to do anything. As he oversaw Poisson, my father was compelled to put a stop to
Boss's uncompromising attitude incurred the Sinthe vendor's wrath. But no matter how much they threatened or bribed, not only that, the boss became determined to find...
Yes, but the enemy was very cunning. So he could never get anything out of the dealers. All of whom only... Recognizing that, my father decided to contact the dealers in secret and cultivate personal relationships with them. The man's name was Jacques. He felt greatly ashamed that night. My father hosted a banquet at his countryside estate, but then we heard 2 gunshots from the courtyard. We raced to the scene and found my...
Huh? How did that happen?
Oh, sounds just like Lyney's case, doesn't it? In both cases, the culprit seemed up. Looking back on it, though, I now believe...
Precisely. It's all thanks to you that I made the...
But, considering it now, it's almost certain that they belong to a third person at the scene. With one extra You're right. We still...
Jacques was an empathetic man who was I think this third On that note, however, even though our opponent is insidious and cruel, they are extremely difficult to deal with, and Boss has already lost his life trying to bring them to justice. Even though Spina De Rosula has lost most of its former glory, Poisson, there is no need to follow your father's path. It would be both wise and in line with Boss's wishes to step back and give up on the...
If that's indeed what he wished for, then he should have told me that himself. Was I not the closest person to him? And yet, I was the one most kept in the dark. What was the point of him dying without sharing any of the secrets he knew? Did he manage to protect anything in the end?
Udah. Jangan di-trigger lagi, kasihan versi detektifnya yang cewek nih.
Sinthe is still here. Callas the Unfaithful is... Did he think I'd just accept his meaningless death? I've never accepted that. Ever. I want to find out the real answer for everyone's sake.
Navia.
This is indeed the best moment to act.
So you do know something else, Maloose?
Yes, I do. In fact, but what drove all the tensions to the...
What?
Boss also didn't tell you that he and the serial disappearances case caused him great anxiety. 5 years was nowhere near enough time to resolve. Knowing all of this, he decided to use one final intimidation tactic. But as long as you remained safe, he would not share the... If something were to happen to you, then he and all those he told would immediately expose...
Right, so nobody would be able to get off scot-free.
As we've seen, Boss's tactic has worked. even though boss has been gone for...
No, I don't believe it. He never appeared to look sick to me.
No father wants their daughter to see them weak and haggard, especially someone as proud as boss. To him, dying in a duel and suffering lasting dishonor as...
So he chose to die in silence.
I'm afraid you're not understanding this correctly, demoiselle. What boss wanted... If boss's spirit could hear you telling me that you want to find the answer for the sake of everyone involved, I'm sure he'd be a...
That fool. No. He might have set up... Is that the amount of confidence he had in me? And what if I was never able to make it to where I am now? Yeah. I suppose that's true. But thankfully, he rarely talked to me about complex matters, and thus understood little of me as a person. In this case... Malus, what was the key evidence that...
It's the location where when he was threatening the enemy, boss did. But if you want to use it against the enemy...
Why? If we know where the place is, can't we just go storming in?
You mustn't forget that we're fighting against a mysterious and dangerous organization that's been in operation. There's no telling what might be lying in wait at their headquarters. We also have no idea what kind of evidence we may be able... But a single visit to their headquarters would be... The worst case would be that we leave empty-handed.
Then, in that case, why not...
Well, you saw one of them dissolve during Mr. Lyney.
That's true, but things are different.
You sound like you put a lot of thought into this.
I am the butler, after all. I've always been willing to take on any kind of risk.
Thank you for all of that, Malus.
Let me think. When I announced orders to the organization's members on Demoiselle's behalf, I used... If the vendors didn't change their plan after several rounds of testing and investigation... The first is Florent, Spina De Rosula's senior advisor.
Satu orang.
Huh? Florent?
Yes, surprising, isn't it? He was one of the people, but thanks to his position within Boss's innermost circle, there's someone else like him too. Marcel, the head of Confrérie of Cabrières.
Uncle Marcel.
It's a guild in Poisson. Boss, in the beginning, they were only reselling...
So, they're like a sister organization?
Yes, you can say that. It's a bit difficult to imagine someone using their...
The final suspect is Thierry, the man responsible for coordinating information between Spina De Rosula and the guards. Although the guards mostly leave us to our own devices, since Thierry is always in the know about our current activities, he could...
I see. To think that the enemy we've...
If you want to investigate them, please take every precaution.
Of course.
You're too kind, my... And before I forget, proving boss... After that incident, Jacques' wife and daughter were taken. If it might help, you could also pay them a visit.
Oh, thank you so much, Melu.
A new case awaits, my dear partner. I hope we can work together.
Wow. Ini akan sangat menarik. Sebelum kita ke sana, mungkin detektif ada urusan sebentar. Ada sesuatu kah? Katanya sih di sini ya. Yuk kita coba menyelam dulu. Hihihi. Di fonten kita bisa nyelam. Ini dia nih. Siap. Kita kira-kira akan dibawa kemana kah ini? Oh, Aduh. Baik. Lumayan rumit juga ya bawah lautnya ini. Yuk kita coba lagi. Kok balik? Malah balik tuh. Elton Threads. Oh, wow, banyak juga ya. Kayaknya kita langsung aja deh setelah kita ngambil ini kali ya. Jelajahnya pasti banyak banget ini. Kita turun atau gimana ya guys? Oke, coba dulu ya. Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Oke. Halo.
Gotcha. Stand with me. Incinerate.
Bring it on! Get moving!
Kaboom.
The wrong test subject. Place my hammer.
Thank you. Kita akan kembali lagi. Siapa? Wedding veteran. Saya nggak mau lawan kamu. Aneh-aneh aja nih. Sorry. Yuk kita visit di Jaquest untuk melihat jalur ceritanya ya.
It is settled then. Please excuse.
Thank you for arranging everything. Excuse me, miss.
Hey, Navia's all quiet. This isn't like her at all.
I'm sorry that I only came to visit. If it's about that, there's no need. But aren't all of those things nothing compared to the loss of Jacques?
You don't understand at all.
I didn't know how to face you. I know only the full. I'm sorry. On the matter regarding my husband, my daughter and I. Would you mind sharing it with me? I always knew that my husband's money was earned through others' suffering. He told me he had many regrets. So when Mr. Callas came to him with a proposal, he tried to be as careful as he. They found out.
Papa didn't say that exactly.
Before he left that day, he told me that he had no choice. It was only later that I realized it was his final farewell to the two of us. I don't know that for sure, but... Which is why I'm the one who should feel guilty. Callas, even if he fired the...
But Mama,
Why is Papa always wanted to be a good man? So why did he have to do a bad thing in the end?
Well, things aren't always as they...
Yeah, Papa was a...
Then you should hold on to that. If a good... Regardless of whether he left you a parasol or a sword...
Oh,
Thank you. Forever thank you. Even though your personality is quite different from your father's, your determination when you speak is... You really think so? That's the first time anyone said that to me.
Wow.
Oke, jadi kalau menurut si keluarga Jacquesnya, mungkin si Jacquesnya ini mencoba menahan diri untuk tidak membunuh pimpinannya si Callas ya. Nah, sekarang kita akan ngecek masih ada 3 menitan.
are you okay, Navia?
I'm fine. Don't worry. Let's investigate the 3 suspects next. Laurent should be nearby, and we should be able to find Thierry and Uncle Marcel in the city.
Oke,
I'll get
satu
myself
lagi ya.
together on the...
Greetings, boss. How may I be of assistance today?
I'm sure you've heard about what happened at the Opera House.
Yeah, I've heard.
It also reminded me, on the day that the incident happened, after my partner here put the dots together, can you do me a favor and try to recall...
Let me think. After that, he told us that he won. My first reaction was that Mr. Callas's life was in danger. But when I got there, it was all...
So you also remember 2 gunshots then?
Indeed. Reason being, but according to the guards, about the clothes left at the scene that you mentioned. Do you think there was a...
At least from our perspective, the gun he was holding probably belonged to Jacques. Or...
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. But hold on. If that's what... He didn't even want to face the Oratrice machine, and chose instead to prove his honor in a duel. Did he lose all faith in the courts?
About that, Malou, I'll tell you everything.
I understand. Then, and if I may just say one more thing. Many people have laughed at me for... But it was Mr. Callas's trust that allowed me to... No matter what others might say.
Don't worry. You and all our other
Oh, kalau menurut si Florent ini, dia tidak membawa senjata ketika dia pergi keluar. Berarti 2 senjata itu punya siapa? Oke, kayaknya the next kita harus ke sana ya. Baiklah guys, untuk video kali ini sampai di sini terlebih dahulu. Mungkin nih cerita selanjutnya akan lebih kompleks lagi. Wow, kita akan lihat juga terlebih lagi versi 4.1 akan segera hadir. Jadi tetap terus stay tune dengan cerita menarik di Genshin Impact ini bersama detektif. Bantu juga detektif dengan klik like yang banyak dan share ke teman-teman lainnya. Oke, see you in the next video. Bye and ciao.